Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just trying to finish up a little technical stuff right here. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings and gratitude to all my family, my friends, and my loved ones. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another episode of my African Centered Travel Vlog right here on YouTube. My name is Akila. Um, wow, guys, it's been about 2 weeks, but I promise I won't uh, disappoint. I am coming to you again with another informational packed video. Mm, Mother has some news you can use today, honey. You might want to get you a pen and paper for this one. So, this channel, I basically talk about the logistics of expatriation and what that looks like for us as Americans traveling abroad. Now, of course, I'll be sharing like B-roll footage of my travel adventures and stuff. Like next month, I plan on going to Tanzania for my birthday and my anniversary. My husband and I are going to get a little getaway, and I'll be vlogging along the way. But for the most part, I want to kind of move us away from that romanticizing of Africa and talk more about the logistics of expatriation and what that looks like to legally move outside of your mother country. And so today, I want to talk about nomad healthcare for the global citizen. And so there's about three options that we have as expats on the African continent. And so I want to talk about that today because I know a lot of people are like, okay, well, how do I take care of my health while living on the African continent? Because Africa has all this negative, um, all this negative media. So, that includes the healthcare. But like I said, I've got some news that you can use. So go ahead and grab your pen and paper. Because I just want to take you guys along my journey. I'm not an expert in these things. I've said it once before, take what I say with a grain of salt, do your own research. Part of being an expat is being self-sufficient. And so you have to do your own research. So I'm just taking you guys along my personal journey, right? Where I've learned to relocate and increase my freedom by being a global citizen. There's been things that I've learned along the way and how to build wealth legally by lowering your taxes. When you get to keep more of your money by lowering your taxes, you have more money to invest in your future. And also, I've learned how to, empower myself with a strategic plan on how to protect that wealth that I build abroad. And so, those are the things that I want to share with you guys as the logistics of how to actually repatriate or expatriate, as I've talked about in other videos as well, that there is a difference between expatriation and repatriation. But I really can't take credit for the foundation of this plan. It is credited to a um, guru economist back in the day named Henry Schultz. I've talked about in other videos. I will link at the top or at the end card, that video where I talk about Henry Schultz flag theory. And so when you get a chance, that's one of those buzzwords that you need to research for your own self as you're sorting out your personal and financial affairs. And so I want to talk about the three options. And so the three options that we have as expats on the African continent is a concept called medical tourism. We also have traditional African medicine as an option. And there is also government funded healthcare insurance as well on the African continent. And so those are the three things that I want to talk about today. So let's start with medical tourism. If I had to sum up what medical tourism means, Um, Medical tourism, I would say, is an international healthcare system um, that offers quality healthcare from private hospitals, accredited physicians from around the world at a fraction of the cost that you would get here in America, if that makes sense. Um, and so, like for example, if you have this rare type of cancer, and the only world-renowned doctor known to cure this type of cancer that you have lives in Dubai. If you had an international healthcare plan, you could go get treatment in Dubai from this particular doctor at a fraction of the cost that you would get here in America. It is very affordable, so it is something that you need to look into if this is, something that sounds like something that you can use. I'm sorry, yeah, the international healthcare plans, they also cover things like repatriation flights and emergency care flights. Like, say, for instance, you are in Tanzania on one of your adventurous extravaganzas or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you hike in um, Mount Kilimanjaro and you fall and break your leg or something, and you need to be care flighted out. You can have that kind of thing done at a fraction of the price that you would get that done here in America, and they cover that kind of thing. Um, what else can I say about international healthcare? And you don't necessarily have to be a expat to take advantage of international healthcare either. That's another thing. It's called medical tourism because people typically go on vacation and seek medical care at the same time. And you don't necessarily have to be a global citizen to take advantage of that. You just need to. I'm not promoting any certain international healthcare insurance companies. There's a lot out there. And so you just kind of have to do your own research and see what fits your needs, for your family. Maybe you're looking for a like preventative type maintenance program, excuse me, where you see a doctor once a year and run all these different kind of tests to make sure you're still healthy, and the doctor will kind of treat you as problems come along on an as needed basis. Maybe if you're looking for something like that, um, you can get that type of plan very affordable, like literally seeing a doctor once a year under an international healthcare plan, once you've paid your deductible, um, could probably be like $100 for a visit, something like that, right? So yes, it is very, very, very affordable. Let's see. The second option is traditional African medicine, as we are living on the African continent. A lot of us, when you think about traditional African medicine, you probably think about snake oil salesmen or village shamans and things of that nature. But no, literally, the African continent has taken initiative to modernize traditional medicine. And so, traditional medicine in quite a few African countries, like I said, has been modernized, and it is governed um, by the government. It's regulated by the government, I should say. And I'm talking about accredited physicians, licensed practitioners um, in this system. So, like countries like Ghana, let me speak, for instance, from my own um, my own journeys. The country Ghana has taken a big initiative here recently to modernize traditional African medicine. And so, um, 70% of Ghanaians use traditional African medicine over westernized medicine. A lot of times, African governments can save millions of dollars from importing medication from Western countries that sometimes could be out of date and ineffective, right? So they literally can save more money to put back into the economy by using their own traditional medicine. And again, I found out during the whole height of the Rona in the beginning of this year, when this little bitty country out in the ocean called Madagascar came out with a cure for Rona. And of course, it was a whole lot of controversy and stuff surrounding them coming out with the claiming that they have the cure, right? But what I found out is that there's an actual governing body that governs um, traditional African medicine. So it made me think about like when I was in Ghana, I used to see like a lot of different little private practice clinics around Ghana. And a lot of these private practice clinics, they were herbalists clinics, right? And they even promoted cures for like cancer and HIV, these clinics that I would see around town. But it wasn't until the whole Rona thing that I did more research about the cure for Rona that Madagascar was promoting that I realized that there is a governing body for these for traditional African medicine on the continent. And it's also acknowledged by the World Health Organization. So you literally can go to the World Health Organization and pull up a lot of articles about different African countries and different healthcare programs and stuff. And Ghana's new healthcare initiative is on their website. And so you literally can just Google herbalist clinics in Ghana, herbalist clinics in Tanzania, and you'll find these herbalist clinics that are legitimate professional practitioners um, that practice traditional medicine. And so, if you're looking for that alternative, organic alternative to Western medicine, traditional African medicine on the continent is regulated and a legitimate business that you can get healthcare, good healthcare. And so the savvy traveler, in my opinion, would be able to use both of those, where you may be able to get you a preventative maintenance plan with the international healthcare insurance company, excuse me. And then for, just little things that may come up, maybe like you catch malaria or something, you can go to the local traditional um, practitioners. And then also the third option for expats on the continent is government funded healthcare. Um, Government funded healthcare. So, like here in the States, where you have county hospitals and stuff that cater to the low income population, Africa has that same system. So, this last time I was in Ghana in 2019, I did fill out for one of their little health insurance cards that you can use when you go to the hospital if you have an emergency or whatever. And so all I had to do was just bring my passport and fill out the application. So this particular program that Ghana has going on is available for expats. Now, is that the same in every African country? I don't know. You'll have to do your own research about that. Um, I know that most African countries do offer that low healthcare insurance, low income healthcare insurance to the public. But if it's available to expats or foreigners, I'm not sure. That you'll have to do your own research about the individual country, right? But as far as Ghana goes, I do know that their program is available to foreigners. Now, if you're looking for an emergency rescue type service where your water breaks and you want to call the ambulance to come get you, the government funded healthcare insurance is not it. That's not what you want. Like I said, the savvy traveler actually takes advantage of the two other options, which is the medical tourism and the traditional African medicine from a legitimate practitioner. And so that pretty much is the bulk of what I wanted to talk about today, right? So let me recap. Um, as a nomad seeking healthcare, living abroad, as a global citizen, our options for healthcare is international healthcare insurance, traditional African medicine, or government funded healthcare insurance. And so, in conclusion, as we are sorting out our financial affairs for expatriation, there are two things that you definitely need to be mindful of. As an American, we need to be mindful of our tax obligation. I've said this in other videos, and I will link that video to this video as well, about our tax obligation as an American citizen living abroad. Just like you would file an annual tax return to report your earned income living right here in the States, you have to continue doing that as you are living on the African continent, or you run the risk of being charged with tax evasion. And the fees start out at $10,000 for that. So I talk about the runaway slave approach to expatriation. I'll link that video as well. Um, Basically, not having a plan. You need a strategic plan. There is a legal way to expatriate and do it successfully. That goes back to that whole Henry Schultz flag theory I was talking about. And so you need a strategic plan in order to successfully expatriate legally, right? And if you are looking for some experts, some international tax experts to help you with that, figure out what your tax obligation is to live abroad. Because even if you get child support, even if you get Social Security, you still have to file as an American citizen an annual tax return reporting your income. We are subject to citizens-based taxation as an American living abroad. That means that we not only have to file a tax return every year, no matter where we live in the world, we are taxed on that income no matter where we live in the world. And so when you need to strategically plan for an African country that is tax friendly, so you don't wind up paying double taxes, right? And so, if you're looking for a strategic plan, I want to recommend Taxes with an S for expats with an S.com. This is a company of professional, international tax professionals that can help you with a strategic plan on how to legally expatriate and lower your taxes to build that wealth that I was talking about. And so, I will leave my affiliation link in the description. And so if you use my affiliation link, you'll get a discount when you become a paid customer. And so literally just go to, again, expats with an S. I'm sorry, taxes with an S for expats with an S.com. Go to the website and literally whatever African country you're thinking about expatriating to, they'll break down what sorry, I'm getting tongue tied here. Your tax obligation as an American citizen living in that particular country, what it looks like, right? And then they can help you come up with a strategic plan to lower those taxes so that you can keep more of your money and build wealth while you are living abroad. Also, the second thing that you need to be mindful of as you are sorting out your financial affairs is banking. 9 times out of 10, you'll still be using an American banking account when you expatriate, and you can experience a lot of banking fees, international fees, and stuff. They can eat up your money. And so I want to suggest that you get you an international um, banking banking account. And so this way, you'll avoid a lot of those fees and troubles that you get into with international traveling. You literally can have your account just shut down while you're living out of the country. And then you have to call your bank and go through this whole process of recovering your account and all of that. It happens a lot. And so, with an international banking account, those are some of the problems that you can avoid. And so, I want to recommend SoFi. I'll leave my affiliation link for SoFi in the description as well. SoFi, you can earn about $125 just from opening up a new account. And so, when you use my affiliation link, you can earn $50 for a welcoming bonus. And then you can also, if you set up a direct deposit, you can earn another $75, totaling $125 to open up a new checking account. So please take advantage of those companies that I work with during my journey, because like I said, I am not an expert, but I can offer some advice. And so if you want to talk to me, a little bit more on a personal level, just hit me up on Instagram in my DM. And that pretty much brings this informational packed video to a conclusion, guys. Let me look over my notes right quick and make sure I got everything. I do. I think that was it. Yep, that was it. So, like I end all these videos, Black love is Black power, and I will see you in the next video.